Do you know what I realised recently? I struggle to cut people off. Someone could be the most horrible person, literally like constantly being horrible to me, saying like the worst things ever, saying like, you look ugly, you look this, like I'm buying things for them, they're not paying me back. Someone could be the worst friend ever and I'd still be like, like, should I cut them off? Should I stop speaking to them? Should I stop being friends with them? Like, I am so bad for this. I'm so much of a people pleaser. I feel so bad like cutting toxic people out of my life. But here's how to cut someone off without feeling bad. I feel like we've all had our fair share of toxic people in our lives who they probably stuck around for a little bit too long because we were too scared to say something or speak up. We didn't want to hurt their feelings, so we just like let things coast and we let things carry on. But I feel like it's not even, I was going to say my New Year's resolution. We're literally in July. One of my things that I guess a half year resolution, one of the things that I'm going to be doing from now on is literally, if someone in my life is a bit toxic, like not adding anything positive, just being like constant bad vibes, I'm not even going to hesitate to like cut them off and let them know that I don't really want you around. I know that sounds a bit savage. Like, you know, I'm normally a very like happy-go-lucky person. Like I'm so go with the flow, but I've just had like such toxic people recently where I'm just like, no, like you actually have to leave. Like I can't have you around. I feel like you'll either get what I'm on about or you just don't get it because you've not had like really bad people in your life. Number one, measure a friendship by the downsides and not by the upsides. This is only relevant for someone that's kind of like on the fence. Like I'm sure you've got your friends where you're like, no, I love this person. I want this person to be at my wedding. Like this is a ride or die person. I don't want them to leave my life. You've got those people. Then you've probably got people that are on the fence. Like, okay, yeah, they're great sometimes, but sometimes they're like, they make me feel shit about myself. Or sometimes, you know, they say things and I'm doubting myself. They make me question who I am. They make me question what I look like. Those people, literally, when you really think about your friendship, like take a step back to think about what they add to your life, how they make you feel. Measure it by the downside. Like if the negatives are outweighing the positives, you got to go. Like that person has to leave. You can't have people dragging you down in life. Like no matter how old you are when you're watching this, because I guarantee you're like a young person, this is like your prime years. Like these are the years that you aren't going to get back, where you have the most energy, you have the most say over your life. You don't have children, you don't have a husband, a wife, you don't have commitment, a mortgage. Like you're so young with so little responsibilities. You don't want to be dragged down by someone who, yes, they're a friend, but like they're not really a friend because they're being fake. Like they're saying horrible things to you and making you like question yourself and act like, I mean, they're knocking your confidence. I feel like your early 20s, late teens, those are your selfish years. People say all the time, your 20s are your selfish years. Like, do not put other people before you when it comes to making decisions about your life and your feelings. Like, if someone's just being horrible to you and giving you bad vibes, like literally snip, snip, cut them off. Because as well, it's one thing to like give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, I'll give you a second chance. I'll give you a third chance. Okay, they had a reason for this. They had a bad day. They've not taken their meds. Like they're in a mood swings, whatever. But like, it's so important that you don't get taken advantage of, that you actually like put your foot down sometimes, because otherwise it will just happen again and again and again. There'll always be an excuse. Something I'm having to really like learn is someone else's feelings is not your responsibility. Like, they're your friend, they're not like your son or your child or your daughter. Like someone else feeling sad because you cut them off, or because you don't want to be friends with them, because you've told them how you feel and they feel guilty about it. Like, I didn't realize I was making you feel that way. If they feel bad, it's literally not your responsibility. You are not their parent or guardian. Like when they write their emergency contact, you're not the one that they're putting down. Or maybe you are if it's, if that's the situation, but don't feel like you're responsible for them. You're literally not their parent. I feel like the people that do this, like take on board other people's feelings, because I do this a lot. Like I feel like growing up, you've had so much responsibility and you've had to mature super quickly. So you like as a young adult now, when you grow older, you're 18, 19, 20 or whatever, you now just like take on board other people's feelings as your responsibility because you're used to doing that. You're not their mum. Like if they feel bad, they feel bad. Go cry about it. Like I'm not responsible for the way that you feel, because you're treating me badly. Like, do you know what it is? It's so weird, like the way that things flip, because it's like you're the one dealing with all these negative things and these negative emotions, like because of the way they're treating you. Okay, you tell them about it, then they start to feel negative, like you've handed over the negativity, but then they start to feel bad, and it's like they're making you feel bad, but they made you feel bad first. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, don't allow them to flip it. Like, bad vibes. If someone can't put their hand up and own up to it, like, I'm so sorry, I can't believe I did that. Someone can't do that. It's just another reason to cut them off. Now, this video is how to cut someone off but not feel bad about it. It's not necessarily how to cut someone off in the right way. So in the past when I've cut people off, it's typically like a block situation. Like I'll just block them on whatever platform I talk to them the most. I'll normally keep one platform open in case they want to like apologize or like, oh, you know, you've blocked me, why have you? But in terms of not feeling bad about it, you just have to recognize that they are a grown up in their own way. If they wanted to treat you well and treat you nicer, if they wanted you in their lives, they would change their behavior. There's no words or apology that can make up for what they've done. The only thing that can make amends for that is a change in their behavior. If that's not there, they're not sorry. Because the thing is, imagine the tables turn. Like imagine one of your closest friends was like, I don't want to speak to you anymore. You get blocked out of nowhere. You would literally, first of all, apologize and be like, oh my God, have I done something wrong? I'm so sorry, da da da. Like you type, but I'm sure I'm the sort of person where I'd instantly change and I'd be like, what can I do? What did I say? I'll stop saying that. I'll stop making these jokes. Like you would change if you're a good person and you care about the other person. But there's some people that all they know how to do is like, I'm so sorry, but nothing changes. They'll keep making fun of you, keep saying horrible things. And I feel like people our age, like our generation, it's hard to literally go up to someone face to face and say, I don't like this that you do. You need to stop saying this. I don't like the way that you make fun of me. It's hard to say that face to face, but it's a lot easier to do it over text. So don't feel bad if you feel like you can only confront someone over text, because I feel like it's so common nowadays. And the thing is, you're the victim in this situation. They've made you feel bad with whatever they've done or said, or if there's been a fallout. Like you're obviously, if you're watching this video, you're probably the one that's been done dirty. Like they've treated you badly. Like don't feel bad if you have to like have your boundaries up and block them. The thing is, you shouldn't feel bad about cutting someone off because it's literally for your own mental well-being. You can't keep putting up with people who are horrible and make fun of you just because you feel bad. Like you feel bad cutting someone off, but it's affecting you. It's literally affecting your mental health, your self-esteem. Like don't feel bad about it because it makes you flourish as a person if you detach from these people. Whereas over time, you'll just like feel more and more rubbish if you keep them in your life. It's for your own self-growth and self-development if you cut them off, whereas it will have all the opposite effects if you keep them in your lives. So that's how to not feel bad about it. When it comes to cutting people off, I've done this a few times, and each time, I say a few times, I've done it twice. One time I gave the person a heads up and I literally was like, I don't really want to talk anymore. And I said that a couple times and then they got the hint and then we just stopped. So I didn't have to block them. But then one person, they were more negative and I literally just blocked them out of the blue. And then because I only blocked them on one platform, there was like we spoke up on Snapchat, I think, like afterwards being like, what happened, da da da. And it went back and forth. And then it was again like this person had given like second chances, third chances. So with this apology, I was like, I'm literally not even going to reply. Like, I'm not about to give a fourth chance, a fifth chance, and then just have it all happen again. Like, I'm putting my foot down. A lot of the time when it comes to cutting someone off, it's just like you putting your foot down, because chances are you're such a nice person. Like, you always give people the benefit of the doubt. And you're like, okay, we'll see what happens this time. Okay, another chance. Do you know what I mean? It's those excuses again. They've always got an excuse. But I was talking to my mum about this. Like, giving second chances, third chances is all fun and games because you think that, like, okay, they'll change or there was a reason why. But normally the people that you give second chances to don't even deserve it, because if you're having to ask someone like, you made a mistake, try again and again and again, they're just the person that makes mistakes. Whereas there's people out there who, they make a mistake and they'll make sure it never happens again. Like, I'm the sort of person, like, take studying for an example. Like, if I get something wrong, I'm going to make sure that I ingrain it into my memory, make sure I remember that mistake so I won't make it again, so that I do better on my exams or do better in studying revision. Whereas there's some people that just don't learn and they make the same mistake over and over again. Do you know what I mean? So with second chances, just, if there's someone that you're giving second chances again and again and again to, like, bear it in mind. Are they just the sort of person that doesn't learn? Like, some people are like that. Gosh, I feel like this was such a negative video, but I feel like this is a real issue that I've had because I'm too nice. I need to reel back the niceness. Like, not everyone deserves niceness. That's a whole other video, because I feel like people that, if you're a genuine kind person, I feel like you offer that to everyone, but there's a time and a place where you need to, like, reel it in a little bit because some people take advantage. But anyway, that was another therapy session in the books. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and stay tuned for my next video. Probably will be a bit more positive than this one, but thank you so much for watching. Bye.